What's up, guys? Friday. TGIF.
Your last Friday there.
Yes, sir. Last Friday.
Wait, so ano
Karatas lang namin
Final for today.
Final for today.
Game 1.
Knockout semis.
Tomorrow.
Tapos
Game 1 of finals tomorrow. Game 2
yes,
on Sunday. Game 3 on
maybe
Monday.
Game 3 on Monday.
Tapos kung Monday matapos, Tuesday ka uwi.
Oh, pero pwede rin. Depende.
Pwede right after.
Depende na lang. Kasi
pwede right after.
Oh, pwede right after.
Parang kapag eh. 5:30?
5:30. Kung isang game lang usually 5:30.
Oo, di pwede ka umuwi right after 7:30 pala.
Oo, pare. Depende
pero
na
kung
lang
Sunday, ganun din, pwede ka na rin umuwi.
Oo, pwede.
I'm sure may masasabayan ka. I'm sure pati si Jai uwi na.
Bro, sobra. Diretso na raw sa Zambales after this.
Another family
niya.
Bakasyon muna siya, sabi mo. Mag-distress.
Bro, sabi niya rin talaga. Sabi niya, I need a fucking break.
Man, magbakasyon muna siya. Pero man, patapos na. Final 4 na mamaya, guys. AICC versus Santa Lucia.
Yes, sir.
And then Davao against San Juan.
Pare yung Davao versus San Juan.
Solid.
Kausap ko nga si John Wilson kanina eh. World War 3 daw yun.
Bro, lalo na si John.
Bro, lalo na si John.
Si John, man.
Tsaka si John, nung game nila ng eliminations, yung double OT, pare sinapak yun ni Wamar eh.
Oo nga, babawi yun.
Babawi yun, pare.
Babawi yun, sigurado. Ano talaga eh, kumbaga, we don't really know what the reason is kung ba't lumipat siya ng Davao. But
yeah,
there's always that revenge. Whatever the reason is actually, kahit hindi naman negative, parang meron lang revenge for against your former team na mangyayari. So that'll be exciting. And I'm sure Davao
sobrang
also.
Ganda ng rivalry nila.
Davao also, pare. Ay, San Juan
also.
Natalo sila nung final sa MPBL. So babawi yan ngayon, no?
Exactly. So this is just gonna be another page in their history books. I mean, grabe yung rivalry nila, pare.
Which will continue in the MPBL.
Even if it's totally different teams na from the past. Oh yeah.
Tutuloy yan. Kasi si MPBL, December 11 na.
December 11, yes sir.
So hopefully, tayo mag-cover nun. May meeting daw kami in a few days. Ay, today! Friday pala.
Di ba today?
Sabi, mag-message daw today. But tingnan natin kung mag-message.
Sige,
pero may balita na ako kung saan.
MOA daw eh, di ba? Nasa balita na, bro.
Nasa balita na ba? Okay. Okay.
Relax. Di ka naman sabihin dito kung wala pa sa balita.
Sinabi sa akin.
Nasa news na.
Bro, huwag mo sasabihin kahit kanino MOA. So,
announced na 2 days ago. Si Kenneth Remdes mismo.
As in confirmed.
Confirmed.
Okay. Kasi balita ko, may nagalit kasi hindi dapat i-announce muna na sa MOA. But since sinabi mo na nabasa mo somewhere, then I guess it's in MOA nga.
Yan ang sabi ni Kenneth Remdes, ha?
Yan lang. At least may basa.
Yan ang sabi ni Kenneth Remdes, ha?
Okay. Pasensya na sa ano. Pero nabasa naman niya. Hindi naman niya malalaman kung hindi niya nabasa.
Exactly.
Ako kasi may nagsabi talaga sa akin na huwag sabihin.
Huwag muna.
But, wala eh. Nabasa mo eh.
Nabasa ko eh.
So, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
I mean, di ba, I personally missed the MOA experience. The last time I covered the game in MOA was in the UAAP in season 82 in 2019.
Arena in all of Manila.
Still gotta be Araneta, bro.
As a player, I mean, kasi solid yung mga locker room eh.
Totoo. Hindi, pero ako baliktad. As a player, mas ano sa akin yung Araneta. Mas may history eh.
Oo, syempre.
Alam mo kung ano pinaka-nalungkot ako sa Araneta?
Ano?
Yung tinanggal nila yung red and yellow.
Oh yeah, dude. Yung pinalitan nila to Smart.
Ginawa nilang blue eh. Which I understand kasi Smart got the naming rights. Pero dati nung red and yellow yun, naabutan ko yun. The big dome pa sa gitna.
Yes, sir.
Yung mga nakaabot nun, matanda na kayo. Yung mga Gen Z, baka hindi nila alam na red yellow. Dati yun.
Nanonood pa ako ng PBA live dati noon. Grabe.
Yun yung naabutan ko. Rookie tsaka second year ko ata, red and yellow. Kaya na-shock ako. Marami nalungkot actually nung naging blue yun.
Oo naman. Kasi syempre daming memories nun eh.
Iconic
yun. Tama. Sobrang iconic.
But yeah, we'll see if we'll cover the Philbasket tournament. And yeah, that's that. Okay. May toxic ba tayo? Parang wala na naman.
Parang wala, bro eh.
Mababait ngayon
Gulat nga ako sa mga tao eh. Babait na ngayon.
Sabi nga natin, ang toxicity sinasabi, hindi daw tayo nagki-cater sa fans. Hindi tayo nag-entertain ng fans because we don't side with them when it comes to their toxicity. Well, guess what? The real fans or the real basketball people are enjoying na we're talking about basketball. So I like the question. Sige, let's start. Kung wala naman toxic, doon tayo sa positive.
Sige. Alright. Ano sabi tayo mag-start? From Aaron Salino, Sir Mikey, tungkol po sa Team B, ano po ba mga posibleng dahilan kung bakit may iba na di na umakyat sa Team A? Gaano po katindi competition sa Team B at may ituturing po ba na varsity player kung nasa Team B naglalaro? May discrimination po ba?
No. Wala naman discrimination. Wala naman, parang never naman nagkaroon ng yabang na Team B, ganyan.
Oh.
Kasi ganoon din parang PBA yan eh. PBA and
Yeah.
PBL. Never naman, pag nagkadaan ng MPBL tsaka PBA player, hindi naman nagyayabangan yan. Hindi naman mayabang PBA player. So, wala namang discrimination. But, I know Javi can attest to this. Iba yung, may kumbaga Team A, Team B. For you to get to Team A, iba.
Iba talaga. And, from my experience kasi, it's really... Kasi once you're in college sports already, or once you've achieved that kind of level, especially coming from a UAAP juniors team or NCAA juniors team, and you enter college, yung hard work more often than not given na yan eh.
Yeah.
A lot of players already have been working hard their whole careers na. Tapos pagtapak nila ng college na nasa Team B sila, it doesn't mean that they don't work hard. Minsan talaga there are certain factors that are out of your control.
Oh yeah.
That hindi mo na hindi mo na talaga na kukuha kung bakit nangyayari,
Yeah.
'di ba?
And honestly, bro, it's one level lower technically, Team A, Team B.
It is.
Pero ang layo nun. Kumbaga yung kailangan daanan ng Team B player to make it. That's why yung mga Team B players na umaabot, iba yung respeto na parang wow. Like, I've seen Team B players na na-call up na talagang nung sinabi, talagang mangyak-ngyak eh. 'Di ba? Now, hindi yabang to but I was never in a position kasi in college na my slot was in jeopardy unless injured ako na parang okay, I have to sit out this season. Pero every time I'm there practicing, never ko naintindihan yung kasi may naan talaga ako pare nung si JR Galearza, Team B. Nag-team building kami. Kami normal parang okay team building, wala naman ever hindi naman kami ever kinabahan sa slot namin eh. But when JR was announced dun sa meeting na lineup ka na, pare lumuha ata eh. So lahat kami parang ganun kami ng ganun. But dun ko na parang wow, like iba yung feet. Now hindi ako nagyayabang pero dun ko nakita na iba yung feet. That's why from then on, pare pag yung mga team, kaya Pau Hevelona nag-team B.
Mm-hmm.
'Di ba? Si Eman Monfort nag-team B. Anton Asistio.
Mm-hmm.
So there were a lot of guys na. Tsaka bro, mas mahirap pa yun yung bumaba.
And actually, sila Anton, sila Eman, at least medyo may pangalan na yan eh. But who are the players top of your head na yung talagang virtually unknown na galing sa Team B? Kasi I'll tell you this guys, pag Team B ka, tas wala kang pangalan, it's doubly or triply harder for you to make it to Team A. Kasi yun nga wala kasama na talaga yun sa Philippine basketball.
Alam mo sinong hindi na talaga nag-Team A na magaling? Joma Adornado.
Oh, pare, forever Team B yan si Joma.
He was killing Team B.
He was the star of Team B for a while.
For his whole college career.
Diba?
Like, I know that it's not the same pag nag-Father Martin's second semester tapos na UAAP. I know it's not the same when naglaro dun yung Team A. Mm-hmm. So may Team A versus Team B na nangyayari sa Father Martin's. Pero gumagawa pa din si Joma. I know it's not the same because Team A usually pag off-season hindi naman wild parang UAAP yung laruan eh. No? Yung Team B, kasi nagpapakita yan eh.
Yun yung parang season talaga nila eh.
Exactly. So, I know Team A players don't play as hard pag off-season, but Joma, like, dominates kahit Team A.
Oh, yeah.
So, hindi man siya maging ganun kadominante pag akit ng Team A. Pero alam mo, may bubuga. Pero never nagkaroon ng chance. Kasi bro,
Actually, lagi naman siya may chance, bro. Kaso parati kasi siya may kaposisyon
tapos
na
sa matindi doon,
mas kilala.
ito ang pinakamahirap doon, kailangan nyo maintindihan to guys. Pag nasa team B ka, isipin mo kasi yung mga nasa taas mo. So pag gumraduate na to, ikaw na. Guys, huwag nyo kakalimutan yung nasa
May
ilalim.
mga recruits pa.
Yung mga recruits, yung mga high school kids, because at the end of the day, doon ka na sa mas bata.
Mm-hmm.
Diba? Kasi kailangan mong promisean yung mga high school kids, hindi naman pupunta yan sa iyo kung ititimbi mo eh. So, there's a big gap, but there's no ano naman. Wala namang yabang. Wala namang discrimination. Yung sinasabi ko kahapon na nafe-feel ng Team B, unspoken yun. Kumbaga, hindi nang gagaling sa Team A yun. Meron lang talagang, syempre, iba eh. Kumbaga, yan yung UAAP, yan yung NCAA.
Kumbaga, that's just the respect that comes with the territory.
Tsaka many times, brother, nakikiensayo pa nga yung Team A sa Team B, di ba?
Oh, bro.
May pailan-ilan na. Kaya kasi pag off-season na yung Team B, ay yung Team A, yan na yung season ninyo.
Yes.
Pag
so, syempre, mga gusto mag-extra
work. Papakondisyon. So, yeah, I think it's the respect that the Team A people earned, and it's the respect that the Team B people want. So, merong respeto doon na, yeah. But, wala namang discrimination na.
Wala.
Varsity pa din naman. Counted pa din, Team B.
Tsaka dun sa galing, you would say that that's a testament to how big the competition is in college sports.
Bro, kaya nga sabi, palit yan, man.
Pare.
Tapos, diba? Pero, bro, yung Team A, mayabang. Hindi naman mayabang inan, but I'm saying like may respeto yan coming from the Team B. Pero pag intrams naman, yung mga Team B, alam mo, mga superstar pag
bro.
Intrams na eh. Kasi yung mga Team A, bawal naman kami mag-intrams eh. Mga Diliman Games. So darating lang kami, syempre maangas kami Team A, kami yung mga, 'di ba? Kumbaga hindi kami naglalaro sa ganyan, sa kami, UAAP. So, nunood kami. Pero yung mga Team B, puta, yung mga superstar ng Diliman Games yan. Si Juanito Gregorio,
puta eh. Tapos matik na mga yan.
Tapos nakakatawa doon kasi kilala namin yung Team B. Pag nagpa-practice kami tapos nagkakasabay, quiet lang yung Team B boys eh. Quiet lang yan. Kumbaga, syempre nagde-defer sila sa Team A. Pero sa intrams, sila yung, Brad, dito ka. Sila yung naninisi. Ayos yung mga Team B ah.
Good times.
College times. I like the dynamic kasi alam niya yung experience niya. I'm sure ito rin pag Diliman Games,
Bro, a lot of people can attest to that.
Tsaka, joke mas maraming chicks nanonood sa Diliman Games.
Mas marami, pare. Tsaka doon kasi nananalo kami. Champion kami parati doon, CHK.
Sa amin, honestly, may nanonood pero hindi naman pupunta ng, like, there are more, even, tanggalin muna natin yung record namin. Pero, in general, mas maraming manonood na doon na sa campus eh. Pupunta ka lang, nanonood ka. Versus pupunta ka ng Araneta, ng MOA. So, hindi joke ang mga Team B, ang mga intrams, pare, Jack Chia na-discover sa intrams, di ba?
Kaya nga pag gimikan, ang Team A sumasama sa Team B.
Pag gimikan, baliktad. At ang Team B, yung mga mas party boys. Kasi yung Team A, syempre, disiplina, di ba? Pero off the court, one time guys, syempre, mayabang ako, meaning ko naman, mayabang, di ba? May dating, ganyan. Punta ako ng island. Kasama ko yung mga ABS boys, sina Andre Felix, Pong, sina Mix Bustos, ganyan. So, syempre, yan dyan, si Mikey, nandyan, ganyan. Tapos, wala kami sa guest list. Tapos, ayaw namin magbayad. Puta, naglalakad yung Habi Palanyo. Pong, team B namin yan. Tawagin mo. Habi. Biglang pinasok kami ni Habi. Sabi ko, kita mo, mayabang ngayon si Habi. Si Habi, tumuro-turo lang. Kasama ko yan. Puta, pinapasok kami.
That's my realm.
Kaya walang yabangan. Kanya-kanyang yan. Kami yung sumusunod kami kay Habi papasok eh. Kanya-kanya lang yan. Alright, next.
Next question. Ito magandang tanong. From Emmanuel Marquez. Yo, question po Sir Javi and Sir Mikey. Sino po influence or sino po yung idol niyo pagdating sa commenting in basketball games? More power sa shoot first.
Should we go local? Local tayo para mas damdam.
Sige, local.
Local. Honestly, Ikaw muna.
Ako talaga, if you're talking about influence, I took a workshop under him. So it's gotta be one of my biggest influences in my broadcasting career so far is Sir Noel Zarate. He's taught me everything that I know right now.
Yeah.
Tapos he got me into a lot of things and made me who I am right now as a broadcaster. Pero siguro yung mga idols ko talaga, Kinito Henson, ganyan, TJ Manotok.
Old school.
Ganyan. Old school, pare.
Akala ko mag-ano ka pa Randy Sakdalan. Jude Torquatro. Gano'n, di ba?
PBL no? Puta. Anthony Sontay.
Anthony Sontay. Mga old school No, pero, man, they paved the way. They made it cool.
Definitely.
I've worked with a lot of commentators, obviously. I've worked with TJ, Boom, Miko, Nico, Andre, Anton, Migs, lahat na. Pinaka-senior na atang nakatrabaho ko talaga na na-intimidate ako. TJ, Boom, obviously, because Boom is player pa lang. Hindi pa ako player. Boom Gonzales na yun eh. Talagang pinapanood na, grade school pa lang ta. So when I worked with Boom, TJ, Miko, yan yung medyo may intimidation factor. When I worked with Andre, Anton, Migs, Hammer, yan yung medyo vibe. Kasi same kayo eh, di ba?
Oh, same generation.
Same generation eh. But, you know what? Honestly, man, I take bits and pieces from everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, I don't take this as yabang, but I want to look at myself as the first of my kind. Na talagang naglaro ng college, nagpa-draft sa PBA, tapos ako lang yung commentator na may brand na shoot first. May call to arms and all that, but like sa YouTube, you get what I'm saying? This is not I just wanted to say na I get bits and pieces from all of them. Kasi pare, may magagaling sila in their own
That's actually true. They have their own styles talaga.
They have their own styles, all of them. Like, Nico Ramos is more, parang yung vocabulary ni Nico, kalokohan eh. Totoo lang eh.
Grabe.
Parang yung vocabulary ni Nico, ganito kakapalo. Minsan kausap ko yan, parang ano sabi mo, bro?
Ganyan kakal.
Iba. Boom Gonzales is more formal. Formal si Boom eh, di ba? May class si Boom eh. Miko Halili is the fun type. Like, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Miko Halili, pag nagkasama kami sa...
Si Seb Sarmenta, di mo pa nakatrabaho.
Nakauna ko si Seb Sarmenta, pare. Nakasama.
Pare, yan talaga. One of the best also.
The first ever kong nakasama was Sev. The second
talaga?
ever, first ever, Sev. FBA yun. Second ever, Noel. So, nag-Sev na ako tsaka nag-Noel. 2 games ako nag-cover sa FBA. Bro, si Boss Noel tawang-tawa sa akin kasi walang pangalan yung mga apelido ng mga players. So parang ako, number 8, passes it to number 2. Like, in my head, if I think about now, sobrang nagki-cringe ako. So, I had 2 games already with both of them before I auditioned sa ABS. So, nung napunta ako kay na Anton, medyo younger generation na. So, medyo mas intindi. Pero lahat sila magagaling, bro. May mga kanya-kanya style eh, no?
Exactly.
Kaya nga parang for me, if you wanna stand out in this industry, you gotta find your own niche. Exactly. That's why you can't pattern yourself straight up for based on someone else. So you have to get bits and pieces. So I got siguro yung entertaining side ni Miko Halili, kukunin mo yung tatry mo kunin yung words ni Nico Ramos, yung entertainments, yung hospitable side ni Andre Felix na ang galing makisama nun, yung preparation ni Anton Rojas, kukunin mo lahat eh. And then, you put your own mix. Ako kasi, medyo, alam natin, tarantado ako eh. So, lalagyan mo ng konting flavor. Kaya nga, hindi ako pang network eh. Nagugulat ka ako eh, pag may mga tumatawag na parang, hindi bro I've lost jobs because of what I did during the pandemic. Like,
but props to you, pare. Kasi not a lot of people will do that. As in, yung paninindigan talaga kung sino talaga sila.
Bro, I'm just letting you know. I've lost jobs because of the pandemic. Because of what I did sa YouTube. Diba may time na, sinalsal, baby! Ganun ako. Like, ganun ako eh. Enjoy. Bro, may mga network na hindi na ako kinuha because of those moments na masyado naman daw akong out there.
All out.
But, I always tell them, like, I respect your decision, but I don't regret anything because this is also the reason why may trabaho akong iba ngayon. So, 'di ba? You just really have to, you can't please everyone. So si Javi din, I'm sure, 'di ba? You can't please everyone. Ang kailangan
Di
mo lang
talaga,
is
di
sarili
talaga.
mo lang talaga. You do what
Oo,
you
kasi
do, and kung sino ka man, kung saan umabot yung personality mong yon, you live with that. Hindi pwedeng dapat ito na lang ginawa ko, dapat ito na lang. You just have to be yourself.
it's all about just being happy about what you're doing. Hindi ka pwede makulong dun sa depiction ng others of what is supposed to be
Hindi
happy.
pwede. Hindi pwede. I mean, may mga goals like sina Boom, pero kukuha ka lang tapos ilalagay mo sa sarili mo. Yeah.
Yes, sir. All right, next up. Ano ba? Ito. Saan yung banse? Hello, sir. From Justin Neri. Hello, Sir Mikey and Javi. Ano po pala yung tournament format ng Banse 3x3? Will standings matter and magkakaroon ba ng playoffs or basta
Ang alam
per
ko
game
may
lang siya?
Ang alam ko may league. Ang alam ko may playoffs, may Final Four. That's what I know from now. But they have changed. I think preseason pa lang pala yung kino-cover ko eh. So, I guess the preseason is to gauge kung ano dapat ang gagawin nila. So,
Kasi pwede pa magpalit ng players, no?
pwede pa magpalit ng players eh. So, preseason pa lang yung kino-cover namin. So, I think they will make changes. Or they have plans, of course. Diba? So, we'll see. Ito, pare. Top of your head. Current players, either college, semi-pro, or pro. Who do you think would be great coaches in the future? Obviously, sina Alex Cabagnot, LA
I
Tenorio.
was gonna say that.
Alex talaga, bro.
It's usually the point guards talaga. The great point guards who become great coaches also.
Alam mo kung sino? There are a lot pero ito, name ko lang talaga because iba yung niya. Yung focus niya when it comes to teaching. Teaching. Love niya talaga mag-teach. I had the GOAT Academy. I brought in Ranidel, JV, Chris. JV is the quiet type. Pero alam mo, maraming matuturo si JV. Pero quiet. Bagay si JV, assistant coach. Bagay. Kasi lalapit, sasabihin, okay, tapos. Hindi siya yung, Ranidel, assistant din. Obviously ngayon sa, Tokyo. Alam mo kung sino pwede head coach? Si Chris Newsome, pare. Chris Newsome is so
talaga?
So, kaya nga sabi ko magugulat kayo. So smart. He's so articulate. Ang galing niya magsalita, obviously, di ba? Tapos, ang passion niya talaga magturo, pare. Like, GOAT Academy to, GOAT Academy. JV Ranidel, nakaganyan lang yan. Nakikinig. Siyempre, tinuturo ko kung anong gagawin eh. So, nakaganyan lang yan, naghihintay. Kumbaga, may pangalan na kami. So, makikinig naman yan kahit anong mangyari. So, nung nag-start na yung drills, siyempre, Abando, Cancino, I forget, ang dami nila, puro magagaling la. Evan Nelly, ganyan. Siyempre, yung start, medyo nagkakahiyaan pa. Kasi, parang all-star eh. So, mabagal pa, relax. Pare, tinawag ni Chris lahat. Lapit. Sabi niya, if you don't wanna be here, then don't be here. But I didn't go all the way here. Kumbaga, nandito na din kayo. Sorry, tinagalog ko na. Kumbaga, nandito na rin kayo. Ayusin nyo na. Let's get better. Blah, 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 blah. Parang nag-speech siya. After niya nag-speech, bro, parang biglang go hard si Abando, biglang dumadnak si Abando. So, sabi ko, wild. Tapos, full sweat. Full sweat siya nung session na yon. So,
si Chris?
Si Chris, bro. Full sweat. Saka nung tinawag ko pa lang siya, kagad siya na parang, who's gonna be there? Sabi ko, college stars. Kumbaga, this is your chance to teach, not kids. Grown men who will be the next generation. Talagang, yeah, I'll be there. Where's this? Don't worry about it. I'll be there. So, Chris Newsome, pare. And also, apostle ni, disciple ni Norman Black, pati ni Jimmy Alapag. Diba? Kasi nagsama yun sa Meralco eh. So, Chris Newsome, bro. Trust me. Magiging coach yan.
Siguro, basta yung mga point guards talaga eh.
LA Tenorio, ganyan.
LA Tenorio. But Alex Cabagnot,
definitely. Alex, sure.
He's already been an assistant coach at UP. So...
Saka may team daw siya sa MPBL
Pero ang tingin mo dito sa suggestion niya, Mike Nieto.
Oh. Mike Nieto? Saan yun? Ito. Oh, bro, pwede rin. Pwede si Mike Nieto, man. Hindi, guys, hindi kailangan na magaling ka. Hindi ko sinasabi hindi magaling si Mike ka. Hindi kailangan na superstar ka para maging coach ka. Guys, usually nga yung nagiging magaling na coach yung hindi superstar.
Tama yan.
Michael Jordan hindi nagko-coach. Larry Bird medyo
He
masyado
wasn't a good
maganda.
coach.
Kenneth,
Although they made it to the finals,
Kenneth
pero
Duremdes.
di rin pare.
Super galing na player. You know why? Kasi yung standards ng mga superstar, ganito. Yan ang pinakamahirap pag superstar ka. Yung parang, ang dali sa akin ito ah. Ano bang ginagawa ng mga... Ba't hindi magets ng player ko? Yun yung frustration minsan pag super galing mo. Kaya hindi bagay mag-coach si na Jordan kasi tatangahin ni Jordan lahat yan.
Hindi pare, tsaka sabi talaga ni MJ, he will never be a coach because no one will ever be at his standard.
Wow. Okay. Okay, but this is not a shot at Coach Kenneth. This is why sobrang galing. Coach Kenneth, one of the best players in history of Philippine basketball. But wasn't
Captain Marbel.
Oo, pare, but wasn't that successful as a coach? Kasi nga feeling ko may ganun. Lalo na nun, pare kalaban ko siya Adamson, 'di ba, yung medyo nagsi-struggle sila. Pare, Kenneth Duremdes yan. Ang dali ng basketball diyan. 'Di ba? So, may mga ganun. Phil Jackson, bangko. Hindi naman bangko, pero like pamalit. 'Di ba? So,
Franz Pumaren.
Yan. Medyo ano yan. Like, nandun siya. Pero
Role player siya.
Role player.
Hindi naman siya bangko.
Hindi siya bangko. Dindo Pumaren. The Bullet.
The Bullet.
Pero pare, magaling si...
Pero magaling rin siya mag-coach.
Then,
it's in their blood rin kasi.
Their blood. That's true. Daddy kasi nila. Manong, di ba?
Si Manong.
Coach Nash, hindi nga nag-UAP, di ba?
Yun pare.
Coach Nash. Pero may Coach Olsen naman siya kasing kuya. Na pinanood niya the whole SMB time, di ba? So yeah, you don't need to be a superstar. So Mike Nieto definitely has a lot to impart sa next generation. Yes, sir.
All right, next up. Ito, galing kay George Robinson. I would argue mas mura football kasi hindi na kailangan ng ring, bola at monoblock lang pwede na. Sadyang kasama na sa kultura natin ng basketball dahil sa impluwensya ng kano. Naaalala ko may kwento mga matatanda dati na tinuruan daw tayo ng mga Amerikanong sundalo mag-baseball kasi yun yung national pastime nila. Pero lagi silang talo kasi mas mabibilis tayo kaya tinuruan tayo mag-basketball para sila alam ang lamang sa tangkad.
Okay. I don't know about that history lesson. I've never heard of that. But I'm not gonna say hindi naman totoo. Like, siguro nga kung yun talaga yung alam niya sa history eh. I don't think it's tough to make a story up like that. It's tough to, parang mahirap naman sinungalingan yan. So baka nga totoo. I'm not sure. But I beg to differ, brother. I think I beg to differ. Kasi bro, totoo, football. Totoo naman, 2 monoblock lang. I'm sure bata ka, na-try mo yun, 2 monoblock, pinagtabi mo, sumikat si Beckham, pinagtabi mo, nag-football ka. I'm sure na-try na natin. But that's still not regular sized. So hindi mo, magagawa mo siya as a like pastime. But to really get better at the sport, I don't think 2 monoblock chairs would cut it. Like, you can only get better to a certain extent. Oy, ako ang champion sa monoblock football. But if you want to reach a level na professional, you gotta be a part of a team, a school na may field, a school na like Ateneo, Lasal, na talagang San Beda. Yan yung mga football powerhouses eh. Fern, FEU, ganyan. So until you can get to that kind of school, doon ka lang magkakaroon ng formal training na football. Ang basketball, wag tanggalin natin yung mga court na ginawa lang sa kanto. Pero like village court, 'di ba? Like may basketball court na regular size in almost every kanto of the Philippines. So I beg to differ. You have a point though that football is cheap if you don't need to play in the field. But how are you gonna turn pro if you don't play in the field?
That's right.
Diba? How are you gonna turn pro? Si June Morata, nakasinelas lang ng bata, gumaling mag-basketball eh. Mark Pingris, diba? So, tama ka naman. Actually, mas naniniwala pa ako sa mga ibang tao. Boxing.
Boxing nga daw. Meron nga daw comment.
Pero boxing. Isang tao lang kasi yun, bro.
Yun nga eh.
Kumbaga,
medyo mahirap eh.
Tapos, ang Pinoy pa, medyo hospitable tayo, diba? We like people, being around people, crowds, camaraderie.
That's why basketball is
basketball still eh.
Is
kasi
still,
pare isa lang ang Pacquiao.
Oo.
Isa lang ang Pacquiao, pare. Iisa lang ang, sino ba sumunod kay Pacquiao? Donaire?
Tsaka playing basketball pa lang by itself, samahan na yun eh.
Oo.
Ang boxing, putik naman.
Hindi.
Diba?
Tsaka yun nga, parang ang basketball, PBA has 15 slots times 12. 150, 180 slots. PBA has 180 slots. Boxing, there's only one Pacquiao. So, dun pa lang, yung odds mo, medyo mas maliit. So, tama naman kayo na mura ang boxing. If that's the argument, kung mura, kasi yun yung pinag-uusapan, di ba, mura. Pero to make it there, medyo mas, bro, iba naman yung Manny Pacquiao, yung nagawa niya sa karir niya. Parang ano yun, parang hindi mo mauulit yun for the next how many years?
Once in a generation yun. Once in a lifetime.
Wala na tayong Manny Pacquiao sa lifetime natin.
I
Pag
don't
na-deads
think so.
tayo,
It's crazy.
then maybe another Manny Pacquiao will be. But yeah. So, sa
Generational
PBA,
talent.
bro, Junmar, Pogoy. Sa PBA pa, kahit maliit ka, pwede ka. Kahit matangkad ka, pag matangkad ka, malamang. So, kung yung argument is mura, then may laban ng boxing. But the chances that you make it there, medyo mas slim. Iba din pa. Tapos pare may nagsabi pa sa akin, hindi naman kailangan ng gloves sa umpisa. Putang ina.
Pare, ano yun? Away na yun.
Away na yun. Hindi na boxing yun. Away na yun. Putang wild. Hindi yan boxing, pare. Street fighting na yan. Illegal yan. Na-imagine ko yung may tao around, tas nag-aaway na. Patay tayo.
Rumble ang tawag dun.
Rumble yun, Brad. Mahirap. Okay, we have maybe time for maybe 1, 2 more.
All right. Ito, I forgot who asked this, but I just saw this in one of our previous videos or previous posts. Bakit daw wala nagiging MVP from Ateneo in Lasal sa UAAP?
Because they're team-oriented. Lasal meron ba last Lasal? Matagal na rin no?
Si Macbac man nag-MVP?
Mythical. Hindi, ang alam ko hindi kasi Arwin
parati.
Arwin So, that was the Arwin time. Kahit si Joseph Kasi that was the Arwin era. Hindi naman nila inabutan si Bono. I think it was Arwin. A lot of Arwins during that time.
I'm not sure though if the question means na pati sa PBA. Kasi sa PBA parang ganun rin
Puta, puro Junmar Sino ba nag-MVP?
Actually, that's the basic answer to the question.
Puro Junmar tapos Arwin.
Kahit kayo iba UAAP schools, di na nanalo for the past 6 years.
For Ateneo, their last MVP was Raba. Kiefer.
Mm-hmm.
Kiefer.
Kiefer.
Okay. Because when Kiefer was there, it wasn't team-oriented yet. Kasi kay Coach Norman, aminin man natin sa hindi, big man ang bida sa sistema ni Coach Norman. Slaughter, Raba, Araw. May isa pa. Slaughter, Raba, Araw. Baklaw, yan. Yung mga yan. So, yun yung bida sa sistema ni Coach Norman. Kaya nag-MVP si Raba. Si Slaughter, muntik mag-MVP din yan. Ang bida sa sistema ni Coach Bo,
Guardia.
Kiefer. Actually, hindi Guardia. Si Kiefer.
Yung star.
Kumbaga si Paul Desiderio. Yun. Si
tama.
Kiefer nun, siya si Gary David, siya si Paul Desiderio. Kaya nag-MVP si Kiefer. Nung dumating si Coach Tab, walang bida. Walang bida. Yung team ang bida. This is what we're saying that Ateneo, sorry to say this, but Ateneo trains their players to be role players. Because they all are stars in their own roles. Kaya sila champion lagi. Kasi lahat nagagawa ng team na yun But, pagdating ng PBA, sino ngayon ang magsa-stand out?
At sino ang tatagal?
Pero may championship pedigree, may pangalan, syempre champion lagi. Pero kumbaga yun ang nakikita ko. Kung ba't walang nag-MVP the past few seasons sa Ateneo, kahit sila laging champion, sila laging number 1. Pansinin ninyo, ang top scorer nila si 30, parang 10 points per game, 11 points per game, something like that. Every time I cover, lagi kong sinasabi yan sa coverage na parang wala silang leading scorer, wala silang top guy na statistics-wise, ganyan. So, it's because it's team-oriented. With Lasal naman,
I
Embala?
think their last MVP was Embala.
Embala. Kasi
It
si
was
Coach
Embala.
Aldin yun eh.
Oo.
Feeling ko coincidental lang naman yung Lasal because they've always had superstars na pwede mag-MVP. Diba? Sina Mike Cortez, Mac, Joseph. Diba? Pero yun. Kaya walang MVP recently sa Ateneo. It's because it's a team-oriented game. And we don't mean that as a bad thing na they're training their players to be role players. Just like, honestly lang, sino lang ba talaga ang doon? Si 30.
Mm-hmm.
Matt is a reliable point guard, but he's not. Diba? Hindi siya pupukol ng 20, 25,
Hindi, pare.
30. Hindi siya Aljun Melesio.
Hindi.
Pero
he's really a pass first point guard.
Pero puta, championship sa championship. Matt niya.
Pare.
Kaya nga mamimili ka lang. Mamimili ka lang. Kumbaga, ano ba, Aljun Melesio na pwedeng pumutok ng 25 points pero nahirapan, hindi nag-champion bandang nung dulo kasi mas mahina yung teams niya. Or Matt Nieto ka, 8 points, 12 points, 15 points. Pero puta, champion. So, ano ka lang. Diba? Pili ka lang. Alright. One last. Friday.
Last. From Bolero's Lifestyle. Ha?
Dami nagagalit. Bitin daw sila. Sige, last.
Sige, from Bolero's Lifestyle. Sir Mikey, I know na you recently touched on this, but what can you say about Scottie Pippen MJ beef?
Wala, he's just trying to sell his book.
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
Ito na lang, mas maganda. Sorry. Ace Bandahala says, Idol Mikey and Idol Javi, fun and chill vibes lang. Who do you think is better, James Yap or Mark Kagiwa?
Oh,
this is kind of tough, bro. Sheesh.
Damn. Ano tayo dito? Damn if you do, damn if you don't.
Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
May magagalit.
First of all, both players are really great players. And both players have won multiple championships. I can't even choose.
Oh, sige, I'll throw the question back at you, brother. This is not toxic. I'll throw the question back. Prime James Yap, Prime Mark Kagiwa, Prime Willie Miller.
Sinama mo pa si Willie Miller, hayop ka. Mas pinahirapan mo yung tanong.
Prime Willie Miller. Dagdag mo pa si Prime Willie Miller. Oh, Prime Mark Kagiwa, Prime James Yap, Prime Willie Miller. Wala, bro. It's an impossible answer. At ang nakakatawa pa sa
mga... Ang matindi pa dyan, lahat sila nag-MVP.
Nag-MVP. At saka nakakatawa dito, bro. Talagang scorer 3.
Oo, pare. As in lethal scorers talaga.
Wala kang masasabi sa kanila na dito ako kasi ito may depense.
Hindi, pare. Dumidepensa yung mga yan.
Pare-pareha silang dumidepensa. They're not the best defenders, but they're also
but they also play defense. Yeah.
But scoring-wise, bro, all of them can score 40.
Oh yeah. Sheesh.
But I will say this though. I think Willie Miller is the biggest hooper sa kanilang tatlo.
How do you what do you mean when you say that he's the biggest?
Tanggalin mo yung athleticism nilang tatlo. Tanggalin mo yung first step, tanggalin mo lahat. Feeling ko, lagyan mo sila lahat ng tiyan. Wala sila lahat sa kondisyon. Feeling ko, ang pinaka-ano pa din si Willie. Bro, iba si Willie Miller. Bargal-bargal lang si Willie Miller, bro. I'm saying...
Actually, maybe diba? You have a point. Kasi nakikita naman natin si James ngayon eh. Nahihirapan na.
Nahihirapan kasi athleticism niya nawawala eh.
Oh.
Pero magaling pa din I'm not saying this. Okay,
but like,
huwag mo sabihin na naman... Sinasabi ko, hindi hooper yung dalawa. Guys, magaling sila lahat. I'm just saying, Willie Miller has this parang Ryan Buenafe vibe.
Yeah.
Diba? Na
kahit wala sa kondisyon, kahit it's been so long na hindi siya nakakahawak ng bola, he can still hoop.
Nakita mo yung huli natin siya, nakita yung one-on-one?
Oh.
Yung kalaban niya yung mga bata sa China ba yun? Bro, kinakain niya lahat. Pare, mga bata kalaban niya, mga up, turn around.
Sino bang pwede natin i-compare sa kanya sa NBA na gano'n? Yung tipong talagang di na talaga, yung kahit wala sa kondisyon, tangina, mangangain pa rin na tao.
Walang
sa
kondisyon kasi sa PB.
Ito, huwag niyo mamasamain yung comparison. Pero just for me lang, I've recently played with him kasi. Pero ganun rin siya. Si Boyet Bautista ng Letran.
Ay, Boyet. Relax lang.
Nakalaro ko siya dito.
Gulang.
Bro, grabe pa rin. Tangina. Sheesh.
Okay. I just ran from the question kaya ako nag-Willie Miller. But, Kagiwa, yap. Okay, all prime. So, kung prime, ibig sabihin lahat sila kondisyon. So, this is Hinebra Mark, Fast and the Furious Mark, Grand Slam James, and Red Bull Willie. MVP Willie. Putang. Kalokohan yan. Kalokohan yan, bro.
MVP sila lahat eh. But I'd really love to hear how you guys would differentiate.
So hindi mo sasagot eh.
Wala pa rin. Kailangan mag-research tayo dyan. Hindi pwede.
Bro, wala ka ma-research.
Kaya nga kasi all of them, yun na nga eh.
Panalo na nila lahat. Nag-champion sila lahat.
Yun na nga. Putang ina.
Nag-champion ba si Willie? Oo, nag-champion.
Oo! Diba, not with Red Bull, pero nag-champion siya. I think with Alaska.
Bro.
Alaska or Token Tex, I'm not sure.
Pero nag-champion si Willie.
Nag-champion si Willie. Or baka nga si Hinebra pa eh. Di ba nag-Hinebra si Miller for a while?
4-time PBA champion, bro. 4-time, bro.
4 times. No denying it.
Bro, medyo malala si Willie noon. 4-time PBA champion. Sa Hinebra ata siya. Sa Hinebra ba siya nag-champion?
May chance. Medyo matagal rin siya dun eh. After Alaska.
Nag-champion siya. Nag-champion siya sa Red Bull.
Ay, pala eh.
Putang ina, bro. In his first season.
Sheesh.
Backup siya ni Jimwell Torion. Pero, champion siya. Tsaka key role.
Backup pa siya ni Jimwell Torion.
Key role in Red Bull's 2001 championship. Okay, so confirmed. Championship-wise, sorry pero si Willie lang yung medyo napaisip ko kung kailan nag-champion. Alam ko nag-champion, but kailan? Kasi alam natin James and Mark. So wala ka talagang sagot.
But siguro among the three.
Sige, ito na lang. Kung team ka, fantasy draft, first pick ka, sino sa tatlong pipick mo?
James Yap ako.
James Yap. O di yun yung sagot mo, James Yap.
James Yap ako. Kasi mas mahaba eh.
Tsaka bro kamay, yung kamay.
Yun nga pare, yung mga di nakikita sa box score.
Okay, I was about to say following, pero baka magalit yung buong kabarangay niyan. Iba din yung Mark Caguio when it comes to following.
Di mo pwede sabihin following pare.
Di pwede. Yung mas social James Yap eh.
Si Mark.
Yung mas social
syempre.
Pero masa, bro.
Okay na.
Mark Caguio.
Kahit nga ngayon di siya naglalaro eh.
Bro, si number 47. Lahat ng tumitira kay Mark Caguio, lahat ng nagsasabi na dapat retire na siya sa yung pera ng Hinebra. Fans kayo lahat, tigilan niyo ako. Mark Caguio has earned every penny to this day.
I think he's the active player with the most number of jersey sales.
Bro, baka lumalaban yan sa all time.
Baka
lumalaban yan.
Kasi pare, parang kahit saan barangay yung mapunta, lagi may nakasuot ng 47 eh.
Ba yung Mark Caguio. Hindi, tsaka hindi lang jersey sales. Ilan ang nag-number 47 sa mga liga
dahil kay Mark Caguio.
At saka, evident. Like, pag may nakita kang 47 sa ligang labas, sino pa ang ginaya niyan?
Wala namang ibang player nag-47.
Si Andrei Kirilenko. Imposible. Yun lang nga naiisip ko 47, bro. Andrei Kirilenko. Which imposible. So parang, Mark Caguio lang.
I doubt it.
Kunyari, pag nag-number 3, hindi mo alam kung sino eh.
Kasi pwede Iverson.
Number 15. Nag-Kiefer ba yan? Or Junmar Fajardo? 15 si Junmar, di ba?
15 si Junmar.
Tama ba? Sure
15. Sure. 15, sure ako. Kasi kino-compare ni Sir Noel si Justin Arala kay Junmar.
Hindi mo alam.
Sure ako.
Pero kung 47, Caguio ang pinalot niyan.
Pare. Panigurado yan. Kasi ano ba ang odds na mapanood mo si Andrei Kirilenko?
Naman. Wala Andrei Kirilenko. Kalokohan niya Andrei Kirilenko. So,
please.
So, okay. So, James Yap ka?
James Yap ako. It's the intangibles for me. Not considering the following, It's just really player by player.
Sige. this is totally subjective because there is no right or wrong.
Definitely, bro. Definitely.
I'm going Willie Miller.
don't tell us that you're gonna look at this objectively because it's impossible.
Subjective to. Like, this is just personal preference. Like, bias ka na lang. Kasi imposibleng makapili ka na black and white, ito yung pinakamagaling. Imposible. So, Willie Miller lang ako because of his personality, his character, the way kahapon lang, nakita ko yung video na niloko niya yung token text ulit eh, diba? So, like, yung mga ganong tsaka, pare, sinabi niya sa akin yun, nagpapirma ako. Di ba ganito ko sa'yo? Parang, baka naman pagkatas nito, pumunta ka dun, pakapirma ka kay Kagingwa. So, nagsistick sa akin yung mga. Saka sobrang bait ni Willie Miller, bro. Like, iba, sobrang bait. Like, pag nagkikita kami niyang, kuya, ganun pa siya. Parang, anong kuya? Sabi ko, idol, paano ko kinukuya? So, Willie Miller.
Bias rin ako kay James kasi nakasama ko na rin siya.
May ganung factor eh.
Mayroon ganun.
Bias tayo.
Then, tsaka, rin eh. Kay Mark Kagi, di ko pinili si Mark dahil sobrang talk and text fan ako growing up. Puta, laging kalaban ng talk and text si Nebra. Pare. Bad trip ako sa Fast and the Furious dati.
Pinaiyak ka.
Kaya pag nakakita ko kay Nebra jersey sa ligang labas, parang putang ina.
Pero hater brand, brother.
Bro, pero you cannot deny the greatness of that duo. I mean, sheesh.
So wala. Hopefully, y'all can hit us up on the comment section. No toxicity, please. Again, no right or wrong answer. This is totally subjective. Nag-enjoy lang tayo. James Yap or Mark Kagiwa. Pero dinagdag ko si Willie Miller dyan para mas mahirapan kayo. Alright? So, man, 46 minutes but it's a Friday. Pagbigyan na namin kayo at pasensya na ho ulit sa mga boss namin. 46 minutes ngayon. But hopefully, y'all enjoyed. Have a great weekend. It was a good week of hoops. Hopefully, next week, mas masaya. A lot of things to look forward to. Mamaya nod kayo ng Final Four ng Phil Basket. Nandiyo si Javi. Yes, and yeah, tomorrow,
Bansi naman. Both games.
Tomorrow, Bansi naman ako. So hopefully, I'll see you there. All right, the name is Mikee Reyes.
This has been Javi Palanya.
Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Peace and love. And we'll see you all next week, guys. Have a happy weekend.